Blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone family. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope everybody is doing okay. Hope you're all getting yourselves ready to watch West Indies secure victory in the third and final T20 game against England. While we wait on that though, my people, I want to draw your attention to something. My longtime viewers and subscribers will probably remember a story that I did late last year where Andre Russell, he was saying that, listen, players are not staying away from test cricket because of the money. They're staying away because there is no interest. They're not interested in playing the test format. It's not because of the money why they are staying away. Fast forward to this year. A couple days ago, after winning the IPL title, Virat Kohli was speaking and he was saying that, he has waited a long time to win the IPL title, but he still rank it like probably 5 levels below Test cricket. Andre Russell was speaking on that, and according to Andre Russell, those players can afford to play Test cricket because of the lucrative contracts that they sign. We're going to go into it, my people. I'm going to read it so you don't think that I am making this up. Plus, we'll talk a little bit about Nicholas Pooran also. Let's give a listening here until the end and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right, so let me just drag your memories or your memory real quick. So this was the article that I touched on in late last year. I think it was about August, September, October, somewhere thereabout, when Russell was asked about players not playing test cricket because of contracts, because of money. So this is Russell. I don't think it's the money. I don't think the money is the issue, right? Based on the amount of T20 leagues around the world, I think a lot of players are just not interested in playing tests. I am always excited watching the other West Indies batters, especially when they are hitting boundary after boundary. As long as you can do well from contracts outside your nation, I think they are going to grab that opportunity. But everyone wants to play play on the big stage. All right. Went on to say, so if the big stage comes in Test cricket, I know youngsters will be happy to play. I just don't think it's about money or anything like that. End quote for now. If the big stage come, they will want to play. So if they get selected, if they get called up to play Test cricket, they will want to play because it's not about the money, right? Because of all the T20 leagues that they are playing around the world, they can make the money. It's just because of the interest. So they don't necessarily, they just don't want to play, right? He went on to say, red ball cricket is not my cookie. I don't think my body will keep up with Test cricket. But those in the team at the moment are fit enough and taking on the challenge. They had a few moments in the test series against England where they could have turned things around. Right? They said playing England at home is always going to be hard for the West Indies. End quote. And he made this comment when we were going up against England. We know that Test cricket cannot be your cookie at that age, right? So that is why when players are at their peak, we hope that they would play Test cricket and not wait until they are 36, 37 to make it seem as if we are saying, drop the contracts and come and play Test cricket, all right? So that was Russell. Let us fast forward to this year now on the same website here. The headline says, Andre Russell spits bitter truth after Virat Kohli's test comment post-IPL win. They get lucrative central contracts. That's the headline. So the article starts and it says, Andre Russell didn't hold back in sharing his honest opinion, its honest point of view, stating that it's different to play for West Indies from other teams like India. Andre Russell has weighed in the red ball cricket debate after Virat Kohli's bold statement after winning the IPL. Let's go down to it now. So let's talk about Kohli. So there's a Kohli who recently retired from Test cricket, ended his 18-year wait to lift the IPL trophy with RCB. But after the historic triumph, he had a chat with Matthew Hayden, And this is what Virat Kohli said at that point. And I quote, "This moment is right up there with the best moments I have had in my career, but it still marks 5 levels under Test cricket. That's how much I value Test cricket, and that's how much I love Test cricket." Right? End quote. So that is Virat Kohli's statement talking about Test cricket. You know that Virat Kohli just announced his retirement from Test cricket, right? So the article goes on and it says, Russell didn't hold back in sharing his honest point of view, stating that it's different to play for West Indies from other teams like India, Australia, and England, where the players get lucrative annual central contracts to play red ball cricket. And we know that the England, India, and Australia, this is where the money is at, right? Think a few weeks ago I did a video talking about how the money is split, is shared. Think like 600 and something million is allocated to these teams. India get over 200, and we see where Australia and England they get a good bit of it, and then the rest trickle down to the other players. So this is Andre Russell now. This is Andre Russell. I think when you are from India, Australia, and England, those places where they look after their test players, it's totally different to being from the West Indies. Those guys get lucrative central contracts to play test cricket and play on the biggest stages. Of course they want to play, right? West Indians, you might play 50 or 100 tests, and you know after you retire, there's not much to show for it. End quote. Right? That is Andre Russell there. So this is a topic that we have touched on several times. We don't play a lot of test cricket, so the players don't get enough, right? We don't play a lot of test cricket, so the players they don't get enough money. But the issue that we face when the players themselves aren't sure why they are not playing, it's really difficult for us as fans to track and to support them. We want to support the players and we want to petition on their behalf. But if they themselves aren't sure, how are we going to be sure? Recently, we hear that last year we hear that there's a whole lot of T20 cricket being played. So it's not players don't want to. It's not that's not the reason why players don't want to play. All of a sudden, no, it's because other teams are getting lucrative contracts and they're not getting it, so they have to go and play. The man, said the man just said that boy, players can play all these T20 leagues around the world and still play Test cricket. It's just that they are not interested. So how all of a sudden no, it's lucrative contracts. That's the thing, we want to support the players. But nothing is wrong with admitting why you are doing a thing, Nothing is wrong with it. I have always said this, that listen. They are professional cricketers. They are doing it. We are watching it for fun. We sit and watch it for entertainment. They are playing for it's their livelihood, right? But we want to be able to support our players. But our problem is when we're not sure why they are doing it, we can't support them. We not have to wait, man. We not have to think them, man. So Russell said that he was basically pushed out of the test team. So this is him. I was basically pushed out of the test setup. They saw me as more of a white ball player, and that was that. End quote, right? And we know this. We know that they do these type of things. But I mean, he said that it's not his cookie anyways. But if you get pushed out and, you still can reinvent yourself. We have seen players, we have seen Shea Hope, Rastan Chase. All of these guys were classified as players that aren't T20 players. And I mean, lucrative contracts are out there, so they are going to try and get themselves in shape or in that type of playing style to get signed. So, you still can prove people wrong. And say that, boy, you say I'm not a test player, I can prove you wrong. So, my thing is, I will always want to support the players, but I have to know what I am supporting. Andre Russell is from my country. Obviously, I want to support him, but I have to know what I'm supporting. It can't be that a few months ago, we hear that players can play the different leagues around the world and make money so they can still play test cricket. It's just that they are not interested in it. and then a few months down the line, we hear how other teams, they make lucrative central contracts so they can play test cricket, while other, we have to know what we are supporting. We have to know what we are supporting, but that is what he's saying. What I wanted to talk about where Nicholas Pooran is concerned, my people, before I... Nicholas Pooran, just like any other player, right? He has done his time at the international level. Obviously, at age 29, a lot of people would be disappointed that he has decided to walk away. But personally, I don't think it's a reason to really, I don't think it's a reason to attack him. Right? I personally don't think it's a reason to attack him. I have seen on social media where people they're calling him all sort of name, right? And all sort of names. But listen, I know that I have a platform that a lot of people supporting cricket will listen to, if they have the time. So I think being a supporter of West Indies cricket, I think I should say something on this, right? A lot of people will be disappointed that he decided to walk away, but let me say, it's not a reason to attack him. I mean, we can talk about him wanting to play franchise cricket and stuff like that, but I don't think it's a reason to really say certain things that's uncalled for. There's no problem in having the usual debate around players staying away from international cricket to play franchise cricket. Some of these players will not accept it. They will behave as if that's not the reason. They will say they are not available. We have seen it in the past. They are not available to play this, and then while this international series is going on, we see them playing franchise cricket. So we know the reason why players do all of this. We know that, right? So we can have those usual discussions, but personally, I don't think that we should be tearing a man apart in terms of, his character, certain way. You understand? As I said, we know the reason why a lot of these players stay away from international cricket. So there is nothing wrong with having those type of debates. But talking about a man and his family and degrading, I cannot be a part of that. And I'm just gonna let people know that I facilitate discussions, but when people start degrade people and tear apart their families because they think that they are not getting what they want, this is not the place for it, right? So let me just let people know that. Big up.